Well, welcome to another episode. This time around is a fresh new short story that we're going to be looking at. And brace yourself, even as now we are embarking into a new phase of things and new interface. And how I wish that by the end of this particular coursework, you'll be the first one really to be enlightened or to get access to the first copy of the first page of new things, even as we're looking at this particular new literature set work that is incorporated in the new curriculum that we are yet to really sojourn together. Now, in case you're coming across this work, it's your first time, somebody referred you to this one, you bumped across it accidentally, a thumbs up, a thumbs up would do me good, a subscription rather, and of course, sharing with good friends, or especially those ones that you know that this work would be of value. All those three, they'll put me in a place whereby I keep on, maybe they will inspire me with a great deal. Now, without much further ado, let's get into a silent song and other stories. This is the analysis that I've just compiled, and of course, from a short stories, that's a silent song and other stories. So we're going to start with the first one, that is a silent song. A silent song. The analysis, this is by Stanley Gisemba. Now, in talking money, so we're going to start with the first one, that is in talking money. Stanley Gisemba weaves a compelling narrative that revolves around one Mukidanyi, an obstinate man who is forced to eat his words after experiencing a strange ordeal with talking money. Initially, Mukidanyi is headstrong and would not take heed of what his brothers, that is Ngosenywe and Agoya, or his wife Ronika, tell him. Ronika warns him against transacting with the gallows, but her pleas fall on deaf ears. He also angrily dismisses his brothers. In the long run, he regrets his willful action when something bizarre happens. Now, before we dig into the narrative itself, what are the characters, first of all, in the Talking Money? Now, one, we have Mukidanyi, who is the main character here. Then we have Gosenyo, his brother, the elder brother. Also, we have Agoya, his brother. And also, we have Ronika, his wife, and also the Gallo, the guys that he does business with. Now, the focus on this particular text, on this particular narrative, is that the danger of ignoring wise counsel. The danger of ignoring wise counsel. Now, the key events in the Talking Money are the expulsion, that is on page 49 to page 50. Now, where he throws his brothers out of his home. But we have the assault, that is on page 50. Mukidanyi attacks Ronika, his wife. And then also there is the transaction, that is page 50 to 51, sells land to Gallo for 500,000 shillings. There is a sleepless night. Mukidanyi cannot sleep. There's talking money. The money starts talking, literally. Ronika's fury. Ronika forces Mukidanyi to get rid of the talking money. Journey to the gallows. Mukidanyi returns the money to the gallows. And also the change of heart. Mukidanyi changes his mind about selling the land. Now, talking money summary. When Mukidanyi's brothers, that is Ngosenyo and Agoya, try to talk him out of an imprudent decision, the angrily expels them from his home. Their altercations almost erupts into a physical fight. He makes a consented declaration that he does not need anyone's help. He wants to run his household without interference. He is determined to sell his land against his brother's wish. He is also enraged that the neighbors watch the drama helplessly from afar. Later on that evening, Ronika, his wife, sensibly tries to dissuade him from selling the land without consultation and urges him to listen to other people's counsel. He first ignores her before furiously giving her a lashing promptly, extinguishing her fair-minded plea. He ignores her entreaties about the gallows money not being good. Mukidanyi defies his brother and his wife and goes ahead to sell the land to Gallo. Although he is prepared for a bruising tussle with Gallo, Gallo accepts to pay 500,000 shillings without haggling. Because of his intransigence, you will be forgiven to consider Mukidanyi a pighead fool. He is, however, not a complete buffoon. On one hand, he is illiterate since during his school days, he would sneak out of school and skip classes and spend his days playing Simbi and roasting stolen maize with his errant friends. On the other hand, he is an astute cattle trader with an impressive business acumen. Because he is an alerted, that is, he is unable to sign the business papers presented by Gallo's assistant after the sale of the land. He needs Ngoseyue and Agoya around after all. After the messy paper business is over, Gallo hands him a briefcase containing half a million shillings in cash. Mukidanyi is too shocked to count the cash in the briefcase. Unsuspectingly, he tells Gallo that he trusts him. Besides, would a clansman deceive him? That evening, Mukidanyi is nervy. He does not eat his supper. He cannot sleep that night. He wakes up twice to ascertain that the money is still there, safely chained to the bedpost. He also awakens Ronika, who is still piqued from the lashing that she received earlier. Something curious happens when he tries to go back to sleep. The money in the briefcase starts conversing casually like a couple of frisky schoolboys sauntering home from home. This bizarre occurrence has the couple scared out of their wits. Now, the once willful and obstinately, that is, gallant Mukidanyi suddenly recoils like a panicky chicken. Now, when he hears the strange voices, he is horror-stricken. He shakes and sweats in panic. His assertive voice is reduced into a frightened childlike whisper when he asks, "Who are they?" And angry Ronika scolds, derides, and hysterically laughs at him. She taunts him for failing to listen to other people. "I warned you about the gallows, didn't I? Huh? Ngosenyo and Agonya warned you two against these, didn't they? Big man. And what did you tell me? What did you do?" The man talks again, this time complaining about the couple's argument. "I don't like their shouting. It was better with the silence." Tronika has had enough. She drags Mukidanyi and forces him to unlock the padlock securing the briefcase. She then snarls at him, hurls the briefcase outside, and sends him after it. Their frightened children are stunned to see their mother so agitated and their father extremely scared. The journey to Gallows is eerie, to say the least. Mukidanyi is haunted by unseen night creatures swimming around him, threatening to harm him. He is nonetheless determined to return the peculiar briefcase to Gallo. Gallo lives a couple hundred years away, but it seems like a mile. The case gets heavier and heavier as Mukidanyi lumbers on. The stubborn man eventually returns the money. He also makes a change of tune about selling his land. "Now, I changed my mind about selling the land. Here is your money. It is prudent to listen to wise counsel. Failure to heed good advice may result in unwanted consequences." That is what to reckon and a statement to reckon by the end of that particular good narrative that we have read. Now, here are some new words in, of course, talking money. Now, we have weather-scorched, that is faded, assuaged, that is eased, a tache case, that is a small rectangular case for carrying documents, there's fodder, food for livestock, there's a tussle, vigorous struggle, tug, pull, haggling, bargaining persistently, surmise, there's a gaze, a discomfiture, there's an ease or awkwardness, bristling, angered, groggy, there's weak or unsteady, tinny, metallic sound, disembodied of sound, lacking any obvious physical source, and then sleek, skin or shiny, and then also laden, that's heavy. Now, these words will be found in the text and in the narrative when you'd have gone through it, and hopefully that you've read. And if in case you've not, how about you create some nice time around your schedule, then read through that particular narrative, and then you see that these words, they are coming out very clear. Now, here's the final thing. Question. Successfully after you've read the text, successfully of that particular narrative, do you think Mukidanyi regrets his irresponsible decision? Do you think Mukidanyi regrets his irresponsible decision? Drop me a comment of your thoughts in the comment section down there. Let me see what exactly you think of the same. And even as now we are embarking into this particular new course, wish you the best, even as you are now getting glued and stepping onto this particular coursework. Cheers.